Okay, so it's been a couple weeks since I could do a video. Haven't had time. A lot of stuff going on. Spent last weekend butchering chickens. So, had a lot of stuff. A lot of different parts show up. I'm gonna flip the camera. Whole pile of stuff. We're gonna unbox it. Apparently people like unboxing videos. I don't know. Start with this one. I don't remember which ones are which, or what's in what box. This is A-Man. Flip the camera on accident. My bad. These are some of the parts for the RC8 E conversion that I'm going to do one of these days. Just random battery foam and some wing buttons, center diff cover, and the battery tray. Let's set these off to the side here. We'll go with this one next. Here. Let's see here. More parts for the E conversion. Because I can't just buy everything from one place. That would make sense. Let's see, receiver box and servo mount for the steering. So what do we got? And we have another one. Oh, from the same company. Don't know why they ship them separate. More parts for the RC8 E conversion. Sorry, terrible videos. Putting it up and down just isn't very fun. We'll go this way. We'll go over it a little bit better here in a minute. And this here, I know what this one is. So let's see. I need to put the phone down. It's too difficult to do this. Position it better. If I can. There we go. Okay. Ooh, yay, packing peanuts. My least favorite. save that box. This is an ESC out of a Red Cat that I purchased used, which it looks brand new. I think it was a new takeout, but it is, I believe it's a Hobby Wing, manufactured by Hobby Wing for Red Cat, but it's made for the 8 scale, the RC8E conversion, and I'm gonna do. Set that off to the side here. I really should be using a knife, not a good old pocket screwdriver to do this, but we're going to do it anyways. Figure out where to open this one. Very light. I guess we're going to be a little rough with it. Didn't know unboxing videos were a thing until cousin said you should do unboxing videos. So now here I am. Oh look, a world map. Let's see, this might be more interesting than what's in the box. What we got? That's not what I ordered. But neat. Italian, I don't know. I think it's Italy. Definitely looks like Italy. Oh, throw that away. Don't need it. Got more map. Ah, yes. Vintage RC10 A-arms. Got those for the RC10 restorations that will eventually take place. And let's see. Appears to be more of Italy. Don't know how to tell. Can't read it. Let's see here. Moving right along. Next package. We got eBay parts. There's a couple of these I'm really excited to open, I guess, because got some really good deals on some brand new parts for the RC10 gold pan restorations. Let's see, which one is this? This is a parts lot I bought. I got it on eBay. Spend a lot of time on eBay. And they're all brand new, old parts lot. They're all different kinds of, for all different vehicles. See here, we got center slipper CVA kit. Don't know what it is. Had to look up part numbers, and like I said, I got it cheap. Had to look up part numbers. I believe it was for B4s, B44s, and some other stuff, but you know, it's all stuff that I have cars, and I need a lot of the parts to have spares. You know, gears get stripped out, especially when you're trying to put too much power to them. So we'll kind of go through this real quick here. Got some screws, got some sort of wheel adapters. Of course, there's a sticker on top of it, so I can't read what it says. 4x4 aluminum wheel nuts, or wheel hexes, sorry. That's the CVA kit. I'll lay these all out in a little bit here. Get some T-nut and diff bolt, RC8 droop screws, probably use those for the RC8 rebuild. Let's see here, we got some set screws, input pinion gear, looks like a battery hold down of some sort, a bag of miscellaneous parts, just little screws and stuff that come in handy to have. It's like a random spring, some battery straps, random control arm, random screws, 3/32 diff balls, off-road diff rebuild kit. Have to look up what that one's for. What stealth transmission, other input gear, ball cups, B6 bulkhead, red silicone shock O-rings, diff drive rings, TC3 transmission shim kit. Don't have a TC3. Some more set screws, another control arm, screw, front, some sort of a shock tower for something, not sure, front, rear, what, shock pistons. There's a B4T4 spur gear, another B4T4 spur gear, 172 teeth, 178. Here's some more wheel hexes, diff balls, E6 battery hold down, some sort of battery strap for something, shock pins for an RC8 B3, probably worked for the T3 just as well, which I got. B6 front tower with wing mount screws. Oh no, B6 front tower wing mount with screws. Okay, I read B64 spur gear, 12mm gray springs, 12mm front springs purple. It's got the little heat shrink to put on them, mark them, both of them. Let's see here. More the front gray springs. Another shock tower for something. I have to figure out what those are for. Some sway bars. Looks like blue and gray. Some shock rod ends. These are T4.2 wheel hex adapters. And these are upper mounts for the upper links, replaceable on some of the cars. Another control arm. So got all kinds of cool stuff. No time to do anything with it, of course, but you know, all kinds of cool stuff. Let's move on to grab the next box. This one I cracked open. We'll go ahead and go through it. There's some used stadium truck tires. I got that RC10 T6.2. They don't have wheels for it, so I got a box full of these ones. I believe were the ones that were in the best shape because they were all used. And we got some buggy wheels for the B74. I believe that's for the B74 as well. Like I said, I got this stuff all really cheap. There's another used set of Proline wheels. I got 2 pair of positrons with blue wheels and 2 pair of electrons with blue wheels. All in pretty good shape overall. and very usable. Stuff them back down in the box. I like to buy used stuff and cheap stuff just because I get more for my money, and for the most part, the tires I run them on asphalt and the tires get wore out fast, so I don't want to buy the new stuff. This, let's see here. Let's see if I can just tear this thing open. These are a set of used wheels and tires for the RC8 T3 build. And is there an easy way to open this box or no? Just go for the cut. Rip and tear until you're there. Seems to work. Yeah. This is a set of AKA crosslink tires, pair of AKA crosslink tires, a set of stadium truck wheels for the T6.1, and a pair of Electron tires that are brand new and again really cheap. The part that got me on that one was I didn't pay attention to the shipping cost, and I paid more for shipping than I did for the tires and wheels, which was fairly annoying, but still overall a really good deal. And there's this box. Starting to get down to the last couple, these last 2 boxes, 3 boxes. I think this one just, I don't remember what this one did not come from Amazon. Definitely came from eBay, but apparently they repurposed an Amazon Prime box and probably pissed off some mailman somewhere. This is another pair of the white wheels and a pair of AKA yellow wheels. These are pre-mounted. These are about, I think these ones are brand new, the yellows, and this pair of yellow wheels here and this pair of white wheels and tires are brand new. These are like $60 if you buy them off A-Main or any hobby store, and I've got all 4 of them for like $50. And these ones were even less. But these ones are used. I figured why not have an extra pair of tires, and I don't have any for the RC8, and these things are massive. I mean, you compare them to the 10th scale stadium truck wheels and tires, you really see the size difference from the 8th scale to the 10th scale. I hope you can see all this. I'm kind of flying through this stuff because there's a lot. I'd really like to do a build video, just I haven't had time to get out here and work on anything. Let's set these off over here somewhere. Get them all set up with the truck. Alright, so this box here. This box is all new and used, vintage, and RC10 gold pan parts. That were ordered from Canada. Apparently, they decided to use duct tape instead of regular tape. Because why not? Apparently they made it through customs without any issues, so that's good. So a lot of this stuff I've been saving up for weeks to do this video, and just finally getting time to... I think it's 10:30 at night. 10:45. Here in good old Canton, Ohio. So this lot came with a lot of stuff, and I have not been able to open it. And I've been itching to open it, and figured I'd put it up on here. Ooh, double that. Don't know why he sent me empty bags, but he did. So this is a gold pan tub. Looks like somebody decided to try to mill it. Drilled some extra holes in it, made them way too big. I didn't buy it for this. This just was included in the package deal. I bought it for this big old bag of parts. Because there are some parts that I've been having trouble finding, and they were in this, and I refused to buy it because I didn't want to deal with shipping from Canada to the US, which after contacting the seller and messaging back and forth, he assured me that it really isn't that bad. So he said he ships to the US all the time. Got some Stealth diff lube, which surprisingly there's still some in there, and it seems to be pretty lubey. Got some silicone 30 weight shock oil. There ain't much left in there, but there's some used for something. What looks to be shims and some E-clips. We're just gonna dump the bag out. Why not? Cover for probably a controller that I didn't get. Some black grease. This looks like parts for a 6-gear transmission, possibly. This is why I bought it right here. There's a pair of what appears to be brand new hard-coated shocks. Random parts. Not sure what those are all for. Figured out eventually. Random piece of carbon fiber. These look to be the spin nuts for the wing nuts for the wheels, and some headlights. There's a couple of those. 3 packs of those. Got some hub carriers for the rear, 1.5 degree. Got a bunch of 3 degree toe in rear suspension mounts, 0 degree toe in suspension mounts, pack of shock pistons, 30 degree block carriers for steering, another 1.5 degree rear hub carrier, There's a servo saver kit, some more shock pistons, some random shock pistons, more shock O-rings, felt for probably a 6-gear transmission, nose brace tubes, ball cups, hinge pin, outer hinge pins, rear shock down stops. Oops, I don't want 3 of them on the floor. Some precision racing spring, black soft front. Rear A-arms. Another couple more blocks. There's another pair of suspension blocks. More rear suspension blocks. Rear suspension blocks. Another brand new pair of front wide track control arms. These ones are white. Grab these. They're the same as these ones. As you can see, these are from the reproduction of them, of the RC10s. These are the originals. Same part number, 6206. Different colors. Probably different plastic too. There's something that's not attached to its bag anymore. Ooh. This one, it's got a loose washer. Some random loose parts here that, you know, don't know what they're for. Some different coil springs. Here's a, looks to be probably used at one point, rear CVs, rear CVDs. Looks like the one broke, maybe. Needs put together, whatever it may be. Mostly for the shocks. Front block carriers. 5-degree caster built in. Got another rear stub axle with the roll pin, brand new. My guess is probably from a reproduction, but judging by the packaging. Some more new coil springs, buggy rear green springs. These are the shock spring clamps for the shocks, which are increasingly hard to find, especially the originals. And a random nut in a bag. More rear suspension mounts. Front block carrier, 10-degree. RC10 new inline steering block. Couple 87-tooth spur gear. 2 87-tooth spur gears. Couple more springs. Tamiya battery connector for ESC or something. And here's another. This looks like a bag of random parts with a stub axle in it. Not sure exactly what that is. Some random little pieces, parts, some nuts, more nuts. Stealth felt gasket. Goes in between the transmission and the motor plate. And these look to be pretty well used. Maybe. They're in the original packaging, but you can see there's marks on them, and I very highly doubt Associated would have wrote on them. They may have, though. I don't know. Really didn't get into it when I was. These are probably from the 80s, and I was born in 85, and I was probably 4 years old when those were packaged. Gold pan screw. So all in all, a lot of cool little stuff. Okay. try to put this back in the bag real quick, just because I don't want to lose all these little pieces. Some of these pieces I'll probably never use. Some of them I'll be using during the restoration. I got all kinds of stuff. But this is was a really good deal, especially, you know, these shocks, if you can find them. They were originally $28, and as I've been figuring out, this stuff is harder and harder to find new stuff, and stuff like that makes the restoration go seemingly easier. Seemingly. So I'm going to pull some of this stuff out, lay it off to the side. Most of it I'm just going to throw in here. But this is, you know, stuff that's getting harder and harder to find, and when you're trying to, the older RC cars, the availability on stuff is very, well, non-existent. If you go to any of the hobby stores around here and anywhere, I go to the local hobby shop and ask him for tips on it, and he tells me, well, if you can find this is how you would do this. If you can find that, you could do this. Well, let me tell you, trying to find some of this stuff took a lot of scouring and spending time on eBay and searching, and you know, so you get in there and you find stuff that's mislabeled, and you end up finding an even better deal because somebody doesn't know what they have, which has happened a few times to me. That there are people that they find it and they try to. Some people think it's a gold mine, and they want $100 for something that originally cost $3, and well, I'm not going to pay $100 for a part that originally was $3. But there's a lot of stuff you can do too with upgrading it to more current model parts, and the biggest thing is wheels, because the gold pans have a 3/16 axle, and nobody makes well, J Concepts makes a wheel for the 3/16 axle, but they're not the original ones, and not that I'm going to necessarily keep them original, but I'd like to upgrade them to the newer style wheels, but it's a process. So this is a box of parts I ordered for the RC10, or RC8, I'm sorry, T3.1 conversion to a 3.1 or 2E. So I got a brand new body, needs painted, but it's new. It'll do the trick. And I ordered because I got the 3.1 and the 3.2 instruction manuals, because some of these parts are 3.2 and the truck's 3.1, and there's the stickers masking for the windows. I got a set of the hubs because the truck I have does not have the nuts, and the nuts are really expensive, and it was cheaper to buy these off a guy than it was to try to track down just the nuts. Some stickers for the body. Got a used spoiler for it. Sweet. Green bubble wrap. And then we got an E chassis. And this, I believe, is for the RC8 T3.2E, and from the looks of it, they should be interchangeable. If not, we'll find out. So, let me grab this back. So, kind of a long video. A lot of stuff to unbox. Don't know if you could see it all because I couldn't see the camera. Not good at this. New, starting out. There's a lot of stuff here. If you look, we got, let's see here, back around. We got the body, chassis, miscellaneous little pieces, parts. Got boxes of wheels and tires. Whole giant bag of parts. Another whole giant bag of parts. Motor and ESC. Random bags that were packaged in there. So, all the stuff to do the stuff and make stuff work. And yeah, there's my address if anybody wants to come hang out. Grab some. Got a pile of boxes. Well, now I gotta pick all this stuff and find a spot for it until I get time to do anything with it. Got reorganized the garage a little bit. Got the RC8 sitting up here waiting for me to decide to get started on it. Don't know which project to attack first. There's a lot of them. Keep hearing cars going by. Got the garage door open. Haven't done that in a while. Was outside working all day in the yard trying to get stuff cleaned up and get ready for winter, I guess. Because it's Ohio and that'll happen here soon. And that'll be more time for building this stuff and trying to get it ready and try to do something. I'd like to get this mess cleaned up so I can maybe build a little RC track for a couple little guys I got over here. Shh. Kids don't know about these. Got a little RC18. Take that body off there. Little RC18. These things would be fun to run around in the garage this winter. Maybe set up a couple little jumps. Got an RC18 and a Losi Mini T. I think it's the 1.0 version. The original version. Doesn't have a motor and an ESC. They figure I can make something work. If I can get the body off now. Slides right on. Until it doesn't. So, just a little guy. They're small. But they'd be perfect size to running around the garage or the basement this winter. Don't know what happened to the servo wiring there, but you know, needs some cleanup work. Somebody tried to, looks like they hot glued a Castle ESC onto the top of it. So probably be a part I gotta track down. Either that or clean all that off there, because I don't know why people do what they do. The guy I got them off of got them in trade, and he was letting them go cheap. Came with some extra tires, extra little pieces, parts, and body clips. Gave me a little Traxxas motor. Doesn't quite fit, so don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but he gave it to me, included in the price, and it was all, of course, cheap, because I'm cheap and try to get the most out of my money. Lots of projects. And this video took forever. So, we'll see. Well, I'm gonna clean this mess up and go to bed because it's almost 11 o'clock, if it's not already. Oh, it's 11:02. So, think about what I want to do next. Maybe got the RC10 GT to convert to electric, and the RC8 to convert to electric. I'll do a video on something and get something else out. Trying to get this thing started, and we'll see how it goes. Well, catch y'all later.